guys, Sarah Pacaro. Today's video, I believe, is a pretty important one. It's an important one because it's what a lot of people do. And a lot of people make this mistake. They don't intend to make this mistake because making this mistake is so harmful to their health and their healing. It is so harmful to themselves and everyone else that they come in contact with and engage with. But it's a very, very, very common mistake. And this mistake is so innocent. It's claiming. A lot of times when we're on this journey to healing from childhood emotional neglect or childhood PTSD or childhood trauma or relational trauma, you've been with a narcissist, you've got toxic parents who you don't know how to handle or what to do with. And this invokes and brings up some deeply rooted, powerful and strong emotions within you that impact you on a daily basis. They impact your health, they impact your finances, they impact your relationships, it impacts every area of your life. And common advice out there in regards to how to heal from this is to write, is to journal, is to face the fear, right? Feel the feeling until it no longer needs to be felt. But the problem is what most people do, and poor advice that they follow actually does more harm than good, actually keeps them in a place where they're stuck, in a place where they're struggling, in a place where they continue to feel the feeling and the emotion that they're trying so desperately to release from, to break free from, and to transform from. With this in mind, remember that what you practice and what you repeat is what you get better at. So say, for example, growing up, you played a sport. We'll pick basketball. You go out daily and you shoot baskets, you shoot hoops. And where you once weren't very good, the more you practice, the more you repeat, the better you get, the stronger you get, the more able, the more capable you get at that action, at that task. And this is very dangerous when you apply the same logic to healing in the wrong way. So say, for example, you're told to face your fears, and the best method to healing is to wake up. And every morning you wake up feeling the anxiety, feeling the heaviness, to journal about it, to grab your notebook and write, I fear that. And then just keep going until you don't know what else to write. And you write, I fear that I will never be in a healthy relationship. I fear that I will always be overweight. I fear that my situation will never change. I fear that I will always be stuck with this anxiety, with this depression, with this heaviness, with this feeling in my chest. I fear that. And then maybe you even take it a little bit further to write, because I feel that I will never be in a healthy relationship because I have picked narcissists my whole life, because my mother was a narcissist, because my father was a narcissist, whatever it is that you say. The problem and the issue with this method is it's intended to release these feelings, but what happens is you're actually strengthening it because you're practicing claiming that feeling which you want to be free from. You're practicing claiming the fear. You're practicing owning that you will never be in a healthy relationship, because you're practicing strengthening the bonds of the excuses that follow the word because those are unconsciously linked to the beliefs that you have about yourself that are negative and that are limiting. And when you repeat this, you strengthen it. But this is the very thing that you want to be free from, that you want to be released from. And when you practice this daily habit and ritual, you're strengthening those negative beliefs. You're strengthening those limiting beliefs. You're owning and you're claiming the fear. You're claiming the depression. You're claiming the anxiety. You're claiming and owning the heaviness. And that will not get you where you want to go, where you feel lighter, where you feel confident, where you feel free, where you feel safe to trust yourself. Even if it's followed by listening to an audio that's supposed to relax you, there's a difference in feeling relaxed and believing that you're free from this stuff. So when you do this ritual, you're strengthening it. You're strengthening the inner negative, unconscious beliefs that you have about yourself that are tied to those conscious words that your hand is writing. And when you read it, when you say it, when you repeat it, when you write it, its bond, its hold on you, its grip gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And it feels more difficult to release, to let go, to break free from. So I really, really, really want to caution you. If you are doing anything that strengthens the fear, writing it, reading it, repeating it, especially if you're doing this daily to try and break free from that. Because all you're doing is owning and claiming the very thing that you want to be free from, that you want to be released from, even if it's followed up by an audio or a meditation or whatever. What you're doing is strengthening the negative and limiting feeling, emotion, belief, which leads to actions, right? Usually actions of self-harm, actions of anger, because you're bonding to that emotion, and that's linked to thoughts and it's linked to actions that you take or inaction. So you're strengthening the feelings of unworthiness, the feelings of powerlessness, the feelings of helplessness, and then saying, well, listen to this audio and this audio will release you from it. So you're feeling this push-pull dynamic of strengthening and then trying to weaken, strengthening and then trying to weaken. So you can see how you get stuck in this back and forthness, and then you get stuck in the feeling and get more frustrated, more angry, more upset because you do this for, let's say, 6 months or 1 year or 5 years, hoping it will work because someone said it will work. And 5 years later, you still feel those feelings. It's no wonder. So be careful what you claim. Everything that you claim should be in the present, should be in the positive, even if it feels like you're lying to yourself. Telling yourself, I am safe, I am supported, I am loved, and not I will be safe when, or I will feel safe because I will move out of this house. That's future. That's actually future faking. It feels fake. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel now. It doesn't feel positive. It doesn't feel present. It doesn't feel in the moment. And therefore your mind just kicks it out and says, no, this is what's actually and really going on. So just be careful with the exercises that you're engaging in when you're on this journey to transformation, to healing, to breakthrough, to happiness, to health. Because I hear and see so many people tell me all the time and come to me when everything else they've tried hasn't worked. I sit there and nod my head in agreement, in understanding, because I've made all those mistakes as well, and understand now how the unconscious mind works and how those things that you thought were helping you were actually harming you because you were repeating them and thought that they were doing you good. And maybe you do feel a little bit better because you get them off your chest, but you're not getting to the core and the root of it. You're not changing the inner programming that's causing those thoughts, that's expressing those symptoms that impact every area of your life, of your physical health, of your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. So deeper work needs to be done if you truly want to transform and break through. Exercises like journaling and like audios and meditations are good if they're in the positive, if they're in the present, and they are extremely and more profoundly beneficial when they're connected with positive, powerful, unconscious beliefs that you have about yourself. And that inner transformation has to be done at the unconscious level. Consciously, you can't journal your way out of feelings and symptoms of depression and anxiety. Yes, you can get a little bit of relief, but everyone I've worked with says it always comes back. And when it comes back, I just feel even worse about myself. And I get it. It's no wonder, because you've been strengthening the negative, because you've been repeating the negative, because you've been owning it, you've been claiming it with those actions, those habits, and those rituals that you thought and hoped would do the opposite. So be careful with that. If you're ready for a complete transformation and breakthrough and getting rid of the problems or releasing it, rewiring, reprogramming it, using the power of your unconscious mind and ready to see if you are a good fit for you and I to work together one-to-one, please use the links in the description below this video. There is more information as well about my program if you're looking for something that's more self-guided, our Transforming Past Pain to Present Power program, which also does include transformational healing sessions in that as well. So just wanted to share this with you guys because if you're struggling with this, I know where you are, and it is my purpose and passion to set anyone free who's ready to be free from all of this emotional, spiritual, and mental pain from the past experiences that you've been through that caused it. So until next time, have a beautiful and wonderful day.